One of the danger spots in any college football season. Ranked team against unranked opponent. And we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium, home of the Ole Miss Rebels. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Rebels will kick it away to start us off. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So the Tulane Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the ball first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Snap from the gun on third down. Makes the catch. It's Hayes. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
This Tulane offense has a great drive going. They'll run it. Runs through a tackle. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Got a man, it's Barnes. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
You know, you don't see a lot of hitch throws against third down, but if you're going to give the receiver access like that, the quarterback's going to take it. That was just way too easy.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. To the air on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
This defensive coaching staff, they love their secondary, and they love the matchups they have. They believe they've got 5 guys at least back there that can cover one-on-one. You saw a great example of it there on third down, forcing the incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got it behind the line. It's Reed. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to third down. Third down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on third down, I still got that fourth down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Oh, a really nice decision early in the game by the QB. You're in great field position, at least going to have an opportunity to kick a field goal. Third down, nothing open, just throw it away and let your head coach make the decision.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
He'll bring it out. It's Ray. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Rebels offense will have its first possession of the game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense.
It's a running room. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass, it's Simmons. They go to the wide receiver screen. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to keep it in the air. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Well, I know that one falls incomplete, but as the head coach, you gotta still love what you've seen from your quarterback early in this game. He's been accurate, in a great rhythm. To start the game 4 for 5, that's pretty good.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4. Let's see what they've dialed up on third and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Haas. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14.
Quarterbacks are just like anybody else. They get in rhythms. And to get in a rhythm early on third down and have a little success here and get the sticks moving, great chance to continue to get this offense moving down the field to get some more points.
The Rebels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run play action. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's the pressure. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Give the defense a lot of credit on that one. A little bit of bend, don't break here in the opening drive of the game. They gave up some yards. They were down inside their own red zone. But on that critical third down, phenomenal effort individually to win his one-on-one, get to the quarterback and bring him down to the ground and really try to take some air out of this offense.
They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. He'll try to knock it through from 38 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And with the field goal guys all locked up here in the first quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Hayes. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on second down from the 18. Pulls it in, it's Reed. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Fires to the big fella. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Catch in the middle, it's Reed. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Turner. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
Great job by the running back on this play. It's a big third down, and his ability to catch the ball, turn around, get north, make a guy miss, and go move the sticks. Awesome individual effort.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Hayes. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they've got it on the 22.
That's a first down for the offense.
Looking for a productive play on first down. Missed his receiver there, it's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle, it's Preston. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
A 3rd down try for the offense. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages, it tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Tulane didn't start this drive with very good field position, but now they've got a chance to operate. Off the RPO, complete. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Caught behind the line, it's Hayes. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw again. They're setting up the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that 1st down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Here's a heat. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tulane. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. They'll start this drive down by a touchdown, trailing 10-3. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting them the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Grab behind the line. It's dribbling. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
When you play zone coverage, and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Give to the running back. Slithers into space. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
How about that for efficiency if you're on this offense right now? 3 plays, 3 first downs. They get that one running the football. Great vision and open field running ability. Everything they're doing right now is working. This play caller is in a rhythm.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wallace. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls it and fires to the left. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I love having guys that have the ability to make something happen after they catch it. Simple hitch route, right? Okay, give me some extra yards. Get me a first down after the play. Nice job by the wide receiver.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To throw, it's Simmons. And they're not on the same page there.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. Quarterback on the keeper. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
And I feel like the option is a play that this guy can run in his sleep. He's constantly making the right decisions, so I love it here. 3rd down, you're putting it on him to do the right thing. He had to keep the football there. The defense took everybody else away. It was open for him, so he's able to just pick up enough to keep this drive moving.
Touchdown, Ole Miss! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. On the option. He'll pitch it. There he goes. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
Well, this is an offense that has a lot of speed, and they have different guys they would love to get the football to in space, and they can find a lot of different ways to do that. I love the idea of going option here and trusting your quarterback to make the right read. If no one accounts for the pitch, man, he's going to get it to the outside, and you see the speed on the perimeter. Really clever play call that time by the O coordinator.
Fights off a defender.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Hayes. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Fires complete on the crosser. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hayes. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun. Give on the inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
The green wave in a world of hurt on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Green Wave. They wanted it all, and that is exactly what they got.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him, and the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. And you could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So an 82-yard drive there, and they put the points on the board with that 37-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They'll go to work trailing 17-10 and hoping to put together a productive drive. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
He'll keep it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
To the air, it's Simmons. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense. A complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. To the ground with the back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And I really don't understand the play call. Palmer, like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses, but man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd and long.
The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bohannon. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught over the middle. It's Reed. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Green Wave hoping that huge run puts momentum on their side. Out of the gun to give to the back. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Caught in the backfield, it's Preston. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Bohannon. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions, and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. And they've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got it on the run. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Turner. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas, try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner will be brought down. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Back to pass, it's Simmons. He's got the tight end. He stopped at the 32. It'll be a first down in the waning seconds of the half. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. He'll do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
Gonna swing it on second down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wallace. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today at Oxford. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Vaught Hemingway.
He'll put total leather and get this second half started. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ray. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And the Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Grabbed behind the line, it's Haas. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
To the air, it's Simmons. Pulls it in, it's Lee. Still running at the 40. He's loose. Touchdown, Rebels! A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback, because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
PAT unit on the field.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top going 63 yards to the house. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Catch in the middle, it's Hayes.
Good job reading the defense by the quarterback on that RPO feed. He waited to see how the defense was going to play the run. He saw defenders bite up close to the line of scrimmage, and right away he knew he had the slant throw right in behind.
Line getting set on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Hayes. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rallying to the football?
A big third down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Preston. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. I don't blame them. They're going to keep working this guy out of the slot until somebody finds a way to stop him.
Yeah, and why wouldn't you, man? You find a matchup that's working, and you got a guy with this kind of athletic ability in the slot, dude. Keep finding him, keep using different routes. So far, the defense doesn't have an answer for him.
Catch in the middle, it's Bohannon. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, they're working the slot receiver on a drag route here. He's just kind of fighting his way through the traffic. He's able to come out the other side and present a nice target for the quarterback.
What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wants to throw again. Pressure coming. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense picks it up. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Oh, they're after him. Caught behind the line. It's Taylor. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to throw, it's Simmons. Got it in the middle, it's Wallace. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Rebels come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Muscling ahead on third and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
He'll pull it on the read. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Looking to throw on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep. Good coverage.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's Reed. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Simmons. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
And the Rebels trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off play action. Makes the catch. It's Stribling. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It'll be 3rd and long. They want to run it left here. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
The Rebels line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Grabbed over the middle. It's Reed. This senior shows some serious arm strength, firing that one in for the 1st down.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
A 1st and 10 for this offense. Grabbed behind the line. It's Hayes. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast. And they force the negative play.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Caught over the middle. It's Bohannon.
Some crossing routes are designed to beat man coverage, but that one worked out pretty well in zone. Nice job by the QB and receiver being on the same page, finding a soft spot, and getting the completion.
The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Finds his big tight end. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
Off the play fake on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Well, the offense is trying to take a shot deep down the field. How about the coverage? Knocking that ball away and doing it clean. No PI on that one.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Bohannon. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Makes the grab and fire the completion there in the red zone and set up at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this D needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabs it in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3.
Tulane, 24. Ole Miss, 17.
One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. After swapping ends of the field, that gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. No good. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. They thought maybe they could get the defense flowing the wrong way on the counter, but they were not fooled.
Get them flowing one way and then maybe hit that outside on the other side, right? But they didn't even let it get outside. They kept it right in the middle of the field, did a great job seeing it, going and getting it, being aggressive. You got to find a different way maybe to attack these guys, to use their speed against them.
Finds his man. It's dribbling. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He leaves it with his back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to throw. It's Simmons. He's going to let it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Bohannon. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. A big 3rd down coming, and hotty-toddy, gosh almighty, this crowd is ready. From the gun, wants to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions or force 4th downs.
They punted away on 4th down. No chance for a return. He makes the fair catch at the 26, and that's where they'll go to work. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far. Right down the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Diggs. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
And the Rebels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Trying play action. Got him downfield. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
Man, he looks like he's in a rhythm on this drive, right? 3 for 3. He's going where he needs to go with the football. The defense doesn't have any answers for him. Find the offensive coordinator. I'm letting this guy keep chucking it down here close to the goal line.
They've really got this offense humming. Just a fourth play of the drive, and it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
The Green Wave lines up mere inches away from converting on 3rd down. He'll keep it on the sneak.
And, David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Keep it on the ground. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. The give to the lone running back. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking for space. It's Barnes. At midfield, he's got room. Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I love the play call running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Hayes. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They tied it up with a touchdown drive, got some good work from their defense, and now here in the fourth quarter, an opportunity to move on top. It's that hole for 4 and gets it out to the 16. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Now the play fake. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the catch down the right side. Finds some room. Touchdown, Rebels! And they've moved out front here on the 4th.
And this offense punctuates another drive. And how about the momentum? Palmer, they've got it all. The offense, the defense, playing together. They're on fire right now.
Yeah, I'm really impressed, David, with the resilience of this offense because not everything was going their way earlier in this game, but they kept their head down. They kept chopping wood. They found a rhythm. And in this fourth quarter, David, they've been unstoppable.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now, last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And the capper was a bolt of lightning, a touchdown pass from 84 yards out. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hayes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Who says in the RPO pass game you can't throw anything vertically downfield, right? It doesn't all have to be screens and throws at the line of scrimmage. There's a good example of a quarterback pushing the ball vertically downfield after the play fake to the running back.
Tulane using that big run to generate momentum. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Preston. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Got his man downfield. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. Sometimes your tight end's a safety valve, and sometimes he's your go-to receiver.
And the offense knew right away it was the primary target. It was where he was going with the football, because you know you get a little bit of suck up from those linebackers with the play action, and you feed the big fella.
Caught in the backfield. It's Barnes. Turning it on. Great job in this 2-minute drill as he gets out of bounds, keeping the clock on their side as they're trying to pull it out. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Snagged in the middle. It's Reed. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to pass. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tulane.
And it's decision time now, because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback, if he has to throw it here, to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
And they are a mere extra point away from tying this game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Finds the tight end, and he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Always nice to have that security blanket of the tight end.
And it's nice to have a tight end that can line up in different areas of the field, too. It's not always going to be in a 3-point stance. He can sometimes be in the backfield. You could flex him out into the slot. They might even try to put this guy out at wide receiver in the split end position and see what he can do there, because this guy is a weapon.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, we hear so much about aggressiveness. Interesting spot. You know, you're on your side of the field. It's a tie game. The clock ticks out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we can't make a mistake in this situation.
Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll try the run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
And, man, how many times are we going to call his name today? He has been so much fun to watch. Got a couple of sacks. Add another tackle for a loss here. He has been all over the field, and he has made some serious plays for this defense.
Biggest drive of the game right here as we get close to the end of regulation. Wants to throw on 1st down. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And so far today, man, both offenses have been so good, like putting up points, being productive. Now in a big moment, man, the defense has a chance to step up. Nice job batting the football down. A couple more opportunities to make some plays and maybe win this football game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Fires one high and deep. He's got it inside the 15. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Touchdown, Green Wave. And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And they tried to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout here. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have one left after that. You realize you got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Back to throw, it's Simmons. It's complete on the right side. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. To the air on first down. Under fire. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of a season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football on alert with that huge win. And for the team losing, they've now got to be able to turn the page. They got to go back, do some soul searching, because they're a much better team than what they showed today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.